you, man.
Doing like the, just doing like the prophets of old, man.
That's
you know,
right.
prophesying kingdom against evil, against pestilence. You know, this is what we're doing again. Go ahead, brother.
No, I was gonna say like the fashion of that the Lord Yahweh is coming is something that people has never seen before, man. It's gonna come with pure power, man. The fact that the people gonna see those you call it fighter ship, man. They're gonna be having heart attack, man. They won't be able to take it.
Right.
You know.
And the heart pretty much shall melt, man. When
Yeah.
see this man trembling, man. And some of them shit themselves, man, because they never thought in the world and they laughed in their lifetime that this is gonna happen, man.
That's right, man.
You know, but it's going.
I got a precept. Joel chapter 2, verse 31. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord come.
That's right.
It shall come to pass. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, come. Hey, it's pretty much, man. The day of the Lord is darkness, man. So before the day of the Lord, comes, our hell gonna break loose. You have famine, death, destruction, pestilence. Martial law is coming to your neighborhood.
Right.
Easter gonna come down onto you, having great wrath because you know that he had a short time. So the so-called white man knows they're about to go down. So he's gonna try to do away for the majority of our people, and the Lord Yahweh Hashem is gonna allow him to. Because 2/3 of our people are destined to be destroyed on this side. Because the scripture, the Savior Yahweh Shai Mashiach is not looking for the whole nation on this side. We only care. His concern is about the remnant, the one that was predestinated to his salvation, to his blood, since the foundation of earth. That's all we care about, man.
Left. Yeah.
I got that precept. Revelation chapter 12. Oh, you about to say something?
No, go ahead.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heaven, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down onto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
That devil is the so-called white man, man. When you go to the Latin word devil, man, it's diablos, which means the deceiver, the lying tongue, man. That's not no red horn beast, man. The so-called white man knows that he has a short time, man, because he's the end of the world, man. So he has to try to find ways to try to not keep this truth to get pushed more.
Go ahead, brother. Like he's always searching the seas, and you always see these new things that he finds in the waters, and he's always trying to keep going, trying to search things out, like the jump, like he's going around the world, or he's always constantly lying, trying to make up. He's always trying to deceive Israel by making these new movies or TV shows that have black stars in them, Black Lightning or Luke Cage, to keep them at bay, so they won't know who they are.
Right. And Esau says what? It's inward thought that his house shall continue forever, man. So he don't think he's gonna be brought down. Even though it's been written, he knows his precept, know that the Lord is coming back. But he's a prideful motherfucker, man. That's what pride does to you, man. Pride is a motherfucker, man. And Esau is pride tripping, man. So now the Lord's gonna have to make him a public example, man. His pride comes before destruction, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. And you know what? The Lord Yahweh he has to make an example out of Esau, man, in order for the whole nation, the rest of the nation to respect us. That's why Esau has to be done over with, man. Esau has to be set as an example of what not to be, of what happened when you destroy those people, man. That's why Esau has to be destroyed.
You get this
Go ahead, brother.
Start at 17, Obadiah 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them. And they shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it. You know, so at the end of all this, you know, Jacob's going to be on fire again, man. Okay? And Esau's going to be burned out, man. It's going to be ashes. Okay?
After they serve their captivity.
Captivity, yeah.
1,000 years, man.
And they're going to be burned up. That's it.
Oh yeah.
And that fire is what I would say is that hell he's about to be catching, man. In slavery, man. You know, the Lazarus and the rich man, you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, he's gonna serve that punishment, man. It's gonna be double on them, you know?
Yeah.
This is why they know the scripture. This is why they want to come down having great wrath. They want the prophets removed, man. Because we are the biggest threats to their structure, man.
Believe, bro.
You know?
They, you know, unbeknownst to them, they think they're doing great work by trying to do it all over again, cover the faces of the judges thereof. But in this time that we're in right now, that's going to be to their own hurt, to their own destruction.
That's right.
Just like that brother read earlier, they shall seek to put their hands on the Lord, the apple of the Lord's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as they do that all over again, the Lord ain't having it this time, man.
Right.
All right, because He set a bound that you cannot pass.
That's right.
And you already said, man, your sins have reached up to the Most High. There's no passing it. And if you attempt to pass it, it's just going to be more destruction for you, man.
He's not, though.
He's not going to pass it.
Right.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
Right.
It's already laid out.
Right. You know?
Their bill got to be paid, man. Their
Yeah.
sins reach up to the heavens, man. Now they have to pay, man.
You got to pay up. The tab is up.
Time is due.
We got this Job. This is Job chapter 20, verse 23. And when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bowl of steel shall strike him through. It is no. It's like, yeah. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
So when Esau thinks he's about to implement his new world
Right.
order, his microchips to make to have dominion over the whole earth, to have everybody as slave, the Most High,
It says, when he's about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
So that's when you're gonna go down, man. You're gonna think of everything gonna go well. You're gonna think, oh, I have everybody under my tongue. Yeah, I can do what I want. The Most High gonna slap the shit out of you, man.
Right.
By the RFID chip. When you do that mass chipping, that's a sign.
That's
right there.
yeah. That's your death. That's your downfall.
That's your downfall.
Yeah.
That is the green light to go.
Yeah,
Right. That's
Okay.
the end of his stuff. Like he was going to Mars, to the moon.
Come.
The Lord said, I should start bringing you down.
Yeah.
But now this is going to be that initial, final move where
Yep.
your kingdom was going to be annihilated, man. Going to be taken out. What you going to do with that microchip, though, you know? Mhm. And he shall rain upon him while he is eating,
Come.
you know? He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow still shall strike him through.
So that's the message, man. They coming. They
Mhm.
coming. As soon as you implement your new world order, you think everything is all set.
Yep.
The Most High gonna rain down missiles on America, man.
That's it.
No, that's what
It's
it is.
judgment, man.
That's what you're gonna get.
Like a fire, you know?
Look at fire.
And it says, and it shall drawn and come out the body,
Come.
and yea, the glittering sword come out his gale, the gall.
Come. Oh, that's the glittering sword. Talking about the ICBM, the intercontinental ballistic missiles, that's gonna destroy this space, man. This
Right.
space is gonna was set up since the foundation to be like a prison camp for you so-called black Hispanics and Americans, man. That's
Right.
what it says. Arise, Micah 20:10. Arise in the thought, for this is not your rest because it is polluted. It shall destroy you before destruction. The reason that our people was brought over here in this place is to suffer punishment. We broke the law statute and commit of Yahweh Hashem Messiah, so we have to pay for breaking the law of the Most High. That's why this place of America is established. And America was established to be destroyed, so it's the foundation of the world because the Most High declared the end from the beginning, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right, man. Go ahead, brother.
I got a precept. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 41. Behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. They shall hold the bow in their lance. They are cruel and will not shew mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses. Everyone put array like a man to battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon.
Yeah, that's to them. It's like read it from the top again, bro.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 41. Behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. They shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel and will not shew mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea.
So what land is towards the north? The only one land up there is
Yep.
Russia.
Right.
Okay, and they're gonna come with them nuclear weapons.
Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry, bro.
and they're gonna come like a great army.
Right.
en masse. Okay?
Right.
With nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
Read on.
They are cruel and they. I'll go down to 43. The king of Babylon hath heard the report of them, and his hand waxed feeble. Anguish took hold of him, and pains of a woman in travail.
Yeah, that's what's going on right now. Uncertainty. Okay? Uncertainty by who? The king of Babylon,
Yeah.
which is here in America.
Mhm.
Okay? They're perplexed.
Mhm.
All right? Because they know that these other, you get that scripture, the nations are mad.
Oh, I got that. Already. I got another one, Jeremiah 51 and 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, deliver every man his soul. Be cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He'll render unto her recompense. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand,
Mhm.
that made all the earth drunken.
That's right.
The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Yeah. So that's what that was going into. These nations are all mad, and the king of Babylon is sitting in the midst of it, like, what's going on? I thought we was friends. And when you go back to Obadiah, the 7th verse,
Yeah.
it says what?
They were confederate with thee,
See?
deceived thee.
I've deceived thee. So that's how the DJ Trump is sitting over here like that. He putting tariffs on people. He pointing fingers at this nation, or these people ain't doing this, but I'm gonna do it. Don't worry, we got the situation covered. And these other nations are like, yo, you fucking up, man.
Mhm.
You didn't messed up. You didn't turn Jerusalem into the city-state of Israel. Okay, now you putting what's that? The embassy over there.
Mhm.
You didn't start bombing places in Syria that you had no business bombing. People are looking. You're faking gas attacks. You're doing the most right now, and everybody sees it, man. Now it's even the thing is out on the wire. Don't trust America. They always say they're going to do something, but then they forfeit. That's out on the wire now.
Mhm.
Okay,
They chanting death to America, man.
Yeah,
Coming up, straight
from
forward.
Iran, they chanting death to America. All right, and Iran called North Korea, and told Kim Jong Un, don't believe nothing that this devil gotta say. He ain't gonna help you. He just wants you to get rid of them nuclear missiles. Because what? He knows that ultimately this is going to be his end, man.
Right.
Just like this brother read in Job, he shall flee from the iron weapon.
Right.
Or still shall strike him through.
Yeah.
The snare's laid on the ground for you.
That's
man.
it. It's a trap.
Right.
If I may add too, bro, look what happened to Muammar Gaddafi. Look what happened to Saddam
That's right.
Hussein.
Yeah.
You know, as soon as they got rid of the weapon, what did America do? Go in there, and take him and kill them,
That's it.
and destroy the country. That's what America is known for. You know,
Hooked up the world banking system to him.
God, they don't keep their promises. They say one thing, they do another thing. That's why he has a lying tongue. Esau is a cunning devil.
And then on top of that, North Korea, they just found that it was some resources there that could be mined and put into America's productivity, so to speak, or to their commerce.
Oh, man.
So that's why they're trying to be all friendly with North Korea, because they're trying to rob them.
Right.
And Donald Trump, he said that at the fucking interview. He said these people have resources that we could probably, get our hands on and use.
So,
You know what I'm saying? So he told them out front that we're gonna rob you, man.
And it's funny because during the article it said in North Korea, King John mentioned like, we know what you did to Muammar and Gaddafi and all of them,
Yeah.
but there was a scripture says, they that was in confederate with thee have deceived thee. So he's playing, he's befriending you like, we're gonna shake hands, get everyone's all amazed like,
Set the
this
trap.
ain't never happened, they finally get together, shaking hands, coming to agreement.
Yeah.
But nah, man, that's for your downfall,
That's
man.
gonna be the end of it.
These
Well.
other nations are gonna be tired of the bullying, right? And they're all gonna be in confederate to go against you, right?
That's
And
right.
ultimately, is gonna have the spirit of the Lord. The Lord's gonna ordain all this to happen.
Right.
And mainly is because Babylon has been killing and destroying Israel, the apple of his eyes, the Lord's
Yep.
people, man. I have a quick precept.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah 51 and 49. As Babylon hath caused the slain of Israel to fall, so at Babylon shall fall the slain of all the earth, man.
Mm.
So again, Babylon, which is America, this is where most of the Israelites dwell, you know, and we've been raped, robbed, murdered, we've been treated unfairly.
Right.
We don't have nobody representing us. We don't have a military. We've been the lowest of the low, man. And it's because of Babylon, man. And they've killed us. You know, that's why when you read in Obadiah for the, when you, the
18.
Yeah, 18. If you don't mind bringing that out real quick.
I got it.
They killed us unrighteously, you know. They possessed us, slay us, and made themselves not guilty, you know. So now the Lord he's the ultimate redeemer. He's going to deliver us and then pay back all these other nations, mainly America, with thermonuclear missiles, man. For the children of Israel, man.
That's right, brother.
This is all for the children of Israel, man. The elect. You got, I think it's 1 in 18.
And you want me to read from 10? It says, for the violence against...
That's after that right there,
Yeah.
bro.
Obadiah, verse 10. For the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
That's right, man. So Esau been destroying us, man. Because they had the power of the sword, right? They have the fatness of the earth. They've been killing Israel, man.
Right.
So, and, you know, you that killed with the sword you that killed with the sword shall be killed with the sword, man.
Okay.
And that's the ultimate judgment, the balance. So again, I want to read this as back in Jeremiah 51:49. As Babylon has caused the slain of Israel to fall, so at Babylon shall fall the slain of all the earth, man. So you guys, just all the earth, because of Babylon's been the cesspool. You made you've been that golden cup. You've been push your philosophies against mainly Israel. So now all the earth is gonna have to receive the judgment, mainly here in Babylon, man.
And that's also a precept to Galatians 6:7. It says, "Be not deceived, the Most High Yahweh Hashem is not mocked, for whatsoever men sow, that he shall also reap." So Esau, ever since he came into power, what did Esau sow? Death, destruction, pestilence, man.
Right.
So you're gonna receive death, destruction. You're gonna receive judgment without mercy because you have shown no mercy.
Right.
You know.
And just to back you up, brother, this is Joel, and it says, this is Joel chapter 3, verse 2. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat,
right.
and I will plead with them there for my people, for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Yes, the Lord is bringing all these nations, militaries, in the battle of Yahweh Shaphat, the Most
Right.
High's judgment, man. He
Right.
says he's going to plead with them. That's going to judge them. He's going to destroy them all. Because for his people, which is a possessive pronoun, which is us, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So we don't have nobody representing us besides Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. Man.
That's right.
And he is the ultimate. He's coming back with vengeance. He's coming back for vengeance for the blood, for the tears of Israel, man. For us, man. Because we don't have nobody representing us besides Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I got this in the Ecclesiasticus.
If I just may add, that's why the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Yeah.
The Lord's going to get busy in that day, man. And it's going to be righteous.
Right. With the apple of his eye, with his woman,
That's
you know
right.
what happens when you touch another man's woman, man?
And what was
You know?
Salaki, bro?
Yeah,
You know, what's
no,
the,
go ahead,
what's the
brother.
rage of all men? Jealousy is the
Right, rage.
Yeah, rage.
Mhm.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Salaki. Yeah, jealousy is the rage of men.
Yeah.
Roughly paraphrasing.
Come, brother.
This is Ecclesiasticus
Salaki,
8. No, I start at 7. Pride is hateful. Ecclesiasticus 10 and 7. Pride is hateful before Yahweh and man, and by both doeth one commit iniquity. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Bro, matter of fact, which verse 4, bro? Verse 4, 10 and 4. Yep.
For
Yeah.
the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
So the power of the earth. So if you read Psalm 75 verse 6 and 7, it says the Most High is the one that set up orders and take them down. So it said the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai. So the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai is the one that put the world down, up and down. Pursuant to Daniel 4 verse 17 says this matter is by the decree of the watchers to the demand of the Holy One, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai will live in the kingdom of man.
That's right.
So everything you see in the world, everything's happening. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai is the one behind it. He's the one that calling the shot.
Yeah,
you know?
that's right.
Come on, bro.
That's right.
What did more? 34?
Yeah.
A lot.
Verse 4, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord,
Ah,
and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
So, and in due time, he will set over one that is profitable. Right now, the current condition of the earth is unprofitable because Esau, the damn devil, the wicked, the deceiver that the Bible speaks about, is in the control of the earth. So, Job 9 verse 24 said the earth is giving into the hand of the wicked. So,
Yeah.
the only thing the wicked know how to do is wickedness. That's what Malachi 1 and 4 says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness.
Right.
The border is the beginning and the end of something. So wherever you super white people are, wickedness is there. That's the spirit that's within you. You cannot do good. You are the devil. You're the wicked. So the only thing you know how to do is wickedness. And so that's what the Most High Yahweh Hashem Moshiach gonna have to transfer the power from you devils to us.
And do so that's what he's doing through these signs, showing the chariots, the prophecies being manifest, the World War III and nuclear war in uprising. This is that transition in power, and that's why Esau has to come down. Because he know he has but for short time. Because this is what the Lord had declared from the beginning, man.
That's right.
Yeah, the Most High.
The Most High, Salaki, bro. The Lord.
Most High.
The Most High.
Because they don't know how to walk. You don't know how to walk. Look at the condition of the earth. The whole earth is defiled under the inhabitants of the earth. Because I remember you did a lesson like they found eels that had cocaine in them. Esau is a devil, man.
Yeah.
Who does that? You know?
Why the hell would you do that?
Yeah, man. Who does that?
You know, when Israelites have the spirit of dwelling in sanctimonium harmony with nature, we don't want to put our hands on it. We don't want to, get close to it. You know what I'm saying? Let nature be nature. See a lion off in the wild. Israelites, hey, we don't want to touch the lion.
That's right, bro.
Let the lion be with lions and do what lions do.
Right.
You see, but Esau, you got a nature of wanting to know everything, just being involved with touching or either interrupting or doing something that you don't have no need to doing. Go ahead.
I was about to say, there was this documentary about this house that was haunted, right? The Jake lived in there. You had this Edomite said, I wanna visit the house. Can you he said, I wanna investigate what's in there. Can you come with me? He said, nah, man, I don't wanna go there. I wanna know, but I wanna know. Can you come in? Nah, man, the spirits may follow me.
Yeah.
So like Esau is just like he doesn't know how to mind his business and he gets into everything.
Exactly.
And
That's why it says in Obadiah, he's a. What does it say at the beginning? It says that he's a man.
He said he's his spirit that's in him. It's not right.
That's Habakkuk 2 and 4.
2 and 5, man.
Because Esau don't have, in themselves, they don't have the fear of the Lord, man. They do what they want. Yeah, that's why one of the mottos do as thou will. That's what Esau knows how to do, man. Like do whatever you want. They don't take the consequences.
He's a proud man. He doesn't keep it at home.
Right. And he enlarges his desire as hell.
That's right.
So he's never satisfied, man.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
That's right, man.
And gathering heap on all nations and people with him.
Yeah.
You know? So he's the devil. We don't keep it that way.
He's a nosy person, man.
Yeah, right. Whatever the Most High put his print on, Esau gotta go there and be like, nah, this ain't right, Most High. Gotta flip it upside down, like, oh no, it's not a woman and a man, it's a man and a man. You know, he's a devil, man.
Yeah.
He's a fucking devil, man.
He just caused all type of confusion, man.
Right. This is why it's called Babel, man.
Yeah.
Babylon, man.
Babylon confusion.
You know?
I got that precept for you. Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So that's the
Habakkuk. Yeah.
that's the characteristic of Esau, man. He is a wicked spirit. He's not upright in him, man. He can't do good. He is the border of wickedness, the beginning and the end of wickedness, man.
Yeah.
And he's not a keeper of home, man. He's a vagabond.
Yeah.
He just constantly wants to investigate and stick his nose into other people's matters and other nations' matters.
Yeah.
Just like a few months ago, he was mad at Iran for them having chemical
The nuclear program.
nuclear
going on.
program, but he's not upset at his own. Right? He goes
Right.
to his own office when they're spraying chemtrails and
Right.
and sickening his own people. Esau is just wicked, man, and that's why Yahweh Shai has to come back to destroy these guys, man.
He's a hypocrite, man. This is
Big
the
hypocrite.
hypocritical nation that the Lord sent against us. And you know, but also he's a profane person, man. He's outside the temple, man. In other words, Esau is a definition of blasphemy against the Holy Spirit. You know, he broke everything, man. He broke every law, man. He's a liar. He's a father of it. He stole identity, man. Committed murderer, the first murderer. You know what I'm saying? Through Cain. You know what I'm saying? He committed bestiality. He's an incest, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He done did it all, man. You know what I'm saying?
His sins have reached to heaven.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why the
Bill
Lord
gotta
said
be
the time,
paid.
yeah, that time is up, man.
But too, right? But you gotta understand, why does the Lord want to wipe you out, commit a genocide onto your nation, man? There's a reason why. This is the reason. You know what I mean? Man,
That's why
boy,
it's righteous. Man.
Righteous,
Indignation,
right.
righteous anger, man.
indignation, right?
Because that's why the Messiah Yahweh has taken Esau out of wipe them out altogether. Because as long as Esau is in the earth, wickedness will be there, man. So
Right.
in order for the Messiah Yahweh to purge the
Yahweh,
earth,
Yahweh.
Yahweh
Yeah.
to purge the earth, of wickedness, they have to take out Esau.
That's
Completely. And let one Edomite left, man, because that one Edomite will bring the whole nation back, man.
Yeah.
Wickedness will come back. But go ahead.
Oh, I was about to bring up Genesis chapter 4, verse 8. And Cain talked with Abel, his brother. And it came to pass, when they were going to build, that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper?
He's a
So
liar.
that tells you right there that he was the first liar. And the same spirit that's in Cain that is in Esau, which is the so-called white man, because they both do the same thing. Esau will smile in your face and tell you something smooth, and then he'll still stab you behind your back.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Wars in this house.
Wars in this house.
Same with their butter.
You know?
Huh?
I'll keep reading. And he said, what thou hast done, the voice of thy brothers crieth unto me from the ground. Now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee.
That's right,
A stranger, a fugitive, and a vagabond thou shalt be in earth.
Yeah.
That's why you have the so-called white man trying to be everybody but himself.
That's it.
He's trying to be he'll even dye his own hair purple, red. He'll try to be Chinese in these movies.
Anything. Yep.
He'll do it. He'll even change the color of his eyes to the. I seen this video. This Edomite wanted to be a reptile. He wanted to be a lizard. Like he split his tongue and make his eyes like a snake. He doesn't want to be him.
Esau,
Yeah.
He try to change the color of his skin, then he disrespects us and try to make a fool of, and you know,
Kind.
like he try to be everybody. But
So
that's how you know it
he-
mixed. They fit it
Exactly.
together. The white man is Cain.
He's the first liar.
Right.
He's the first murderer.
Right.
And the ground doesn't yield to him because he always got to make genetically
Modified
GMO
food.
mixed
Right.
foods
Yeah.
together to satisfy his,
That's the curses that came upon them, man. All the curses. It's not just leprosy, everything, man. You know, and right now we seen the Lord is lifting the curses off our people and putting it on them, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is the end of their rulership, man.
That's right.
No.
And that main curse is coming. Is going to be them chariots and them thermonuclear
Yeah.
missiles, right? Just to
That's it.
bring it back in
Yeah,
formation.
right,
Yeah.
brother.
Because Zechariah said this is the gift and the curse. Well, this is the curse that go forth off the earth throughout the whole earth. And that's the curse of Esau, man.
What is it in Ecclesiastes? It says it shall strike fear in the house of the thieves.
Yeah.
That's just,
Yeah. And
When,
also,
when is that?
you know? Yeah, man. But these elites know, man. They know, man. That's why they're gearing up. That's why they're going heavy on this military space program and whatnot, man. Because they're gearing up. They know they got a short time, man. This is why they're trying to implement. That's why they're trying to use, for example, like when you seen with the situation with the immigration, right? How they're separating the kids of the family and whatnot. And they were showing you know, with spiritual eyesight, man. You seen that. They was basically showing us the concentration camp,
Yes.
how it's going to be in that days, man. And while we're hearing the whole the Walmart are being closed down, you know, it's funny when you even flip the name backwards, it's spelled martial law, man. You know what I'm saying? But just showing you, man, they constantly, man, we're reaching Jacob's trouble, man.
That's right.
You know, that's why we out here bringing out this word, man, preparing and giving the milk, giving the tools, you know. Because Scripture says that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, man. You know.
So wisdom and knowledge is going to be only for the elect of Israel, man.
That's why.
Like the brother said, we're doing this labor and this work to hope, to wake up that hopeful elect, man. This is not for all nations. It's definitely not for all of our people, because all our people ain't going to receive it, man. It's been predestined that 2/3 of our people are going to be utterly destroyed because they denounce the Heavenly Father. They don't want to follow after Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, which is the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. You know,
If I may add
Do
two.
we read this? Zechariah 5?
Five.
Question?
Yeah, read it. I don't think we did.
We
Oh,
did,
Zachary,
but,
we
yeah,
did,
we
yeah,
did,
you
but bring it back up, bro.
That's okay.
No,
Yeah.
go ahead. Finish your thought, bro.
No, that's it, bro.
Now I was about to say the immigration policy that you see happening to the Northern tribes is gonna happen to the whole nation as a whole, man. That's a prelude of what's to come. You know, that's a small scale. What's gonna happen to all the tribes?
Jacob's trouble. The brother brought it out, man. This is all part of prophecy, man. And this is what these churches ain't preparing the masses for, man. You guys are still believing in prosperity, believing that you can come to church, sing and dance, and you'll be saved. But man, the time is at hand when the Lord's about to come with judgment, man. And it's gonna be all hell breaking loose, man. The Lord tells His prophets to go out and cry out loud, spare none, man.
And he's already doing that.
Yeah.
He's already showing his judgment through what? Not meeting you as a man, but through the calamities that's coming upon the earth, man.
That's right.
You know? Got volcanoes, got earthquakes, got tornadoes, you got all type of manner of destructions happening, man, killing large groups of
Famines.
people, man.
That's right.
Famines. Okay?
Outbreaks in the food and everything, man. This is all through the hands of the Lord, man.
Hey, that's right.
That's why I said measure the time diligently. The Lord is showing Himself. You got that? bro?
Yeah, I got
That's
that,
the
brother.
spirit,
That's
bro.
right, brother. This is on 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1.
Matter of fact, Salaki, bro,
No.
read
Mhm.
2nd Ezra chapter 8. I think it's
50.
58.
Misery should be done.
No. Start at 58. It says the judgment of the Lord is at 9, I believe. Salaki, bro. I'll get
58 and 8.
it's 61, Salaki. 8 and 61. And then read all down, bro.
Yeah, I can't. And this is 2nd Ezra, chapter 8, verse 61. And it says, therefore my judgment is now at hand. And these things have I not shown unto all men,
That's
but
right.
unto thee.
So
That's
the
right.
Lord, the judgment of the Lord is coming now, man. And the Lord didn't show it to all the masses, man. He showed it to His servants, the prophets. That's why He has His prophets out on the highways and byways and uploading videos on the unicorn, which is the internet, if thou can get it, if thou can receive it.
Right.
So we are the ones that receive this, man. And we have as our duty, our reasonable service, is to wake up the masses and teach, man. And prepare the masses for these times ahead, man. See,
Right.
bro?
And it says, but unto thee and a few like thee. And then answered I and said, behold, O Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of the wonders which thou wilt begin to do in the last times. But at what time?
Con.
Thou hast not shown me.
Con.
And this is verse chapter 9. It
That's
says,
right.
He answered me and then said, measure thou the time diligently,